Everyone, what an absolute statement game by the Los Angeles Lakers. To lose by 27 in game two was rough, right? You steal game one, you want to, even if you lose game two, you're hoping to stay within range where you feel like, okay, well, we could have won that game. But you get absolutely just ran out of San Francisco, back to LA. You get to LA, you get in game three, all the pressure's back on you again because it's like, hey, we got to win this game, go up 2-1. And you show up and just obliterate the Golden State Warriors in just in a beautiful fashion, winning 127-97. You held the Warriors to under 100 points, which is an accomplishment in and of itself. Our defense, our energy, our drive, everything was exactly where it needs to be, and especially going into Game 4, because Game 4 is arguably the biggest game of the series. If Lakers win that game, series is likely over. It's just when are they going to finish it and close it out? If they lose that game, it's not over. It just becomes so difficult for the Lakers because now you have to win again in Golden State, which the Lakers have shown that they are capable of doing that. But it's just hard to beat them. And then you still have to maintain home court. It becomes very challenging. But regardless, the Lakers showed out. Great adjustments. Credit Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham really had a game plan, and the Lakers executed this beautifully. We had some nice surprises, one of which was Lonnie Walker, right? Credit Lonnie Walker for staying ready. The guy shows up every day, doesn't say nothing, basically loses his starting job, falls completely out of the rotation, doesn't say anything, stays ready, comes into this game, and was solid, was really good on both sides of the ball, which is something that is very interesting, right? Because the big issue with Lonnie is just his defense, right? He's 2 points less than league average defensive rating. Like, he's not a good defender based on all the metrics. But he has all the tools and intangibles. He has the foot speed, he has the quickness, he has the athleticism, he has like a 7-foot wingspan, he has the ability to put the ball on the deck. We know he can score. We know he could be like our Malik Monk type guy that can go and just go get buckets. And I said over on my channel, As It Stands Lakers, that I thought he would be great in this series, that I thought that this was a series that you could put him in and really allow him to thrive. The Warriors, their front of just like Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, all of that, like their whole backcourt is not littered with a bunch of like defensive guys. And so our guards are our biggest advantage in this series, which you've seen, which sounds crazy because, again, they have Steph, they have Klay, they have all that stuff. But when you have like D'Lo and Reeves and Walker and Schroeder, they're getting whatever they want. Now, Austin Reeves has struggled, but he's still getting his looks. He's just not knocking them down. But you saw D'Lo had a monster game. We'll touch on him here shortly. You see Dennis Schroeder still is able to get inside and get whatever he wants. All of these things are huge, and Lonnie Walker is another valuable piece that could give you that. His ability to shoot the three ball, but also put it on the deck. Problems with Lonnie is, one, he gets tunnel vision at times. Can he stay within the flow of the offense, right? Give him the green light if he's open, sure. And from time to time, you want him to put the ball on the deck and drive to the hoop. But can he maintain within the flow of the offense? And can he consistently, provide that defense? And can he consistently provide the offense? Because that's been the problem, the fluctuations, right? The consistency. If he can do that, then he absolutely needs to stay in the rotation. 12 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 block, 2 steals, and 4 rebounds. The guy did everything. He was solid this game and definitely deserves his shine, definitely deserves some credit. And, I thought it was a nice adjustment. I thought it was a good job by Darvin Ham, get some fresh legs in there, a guy that could just be a vacuum scorer, especially in the time that he was put in, right? Like, we were really struggling to score. And Lonnie was great. His athleticism really impacted this game, and I expect that going forward. Another big adjustment that I think Darvin Ham deserves a world of credit on is switching Vanderbilt onto Draymond Green to basically completely shut down that pick and roll. Because now you can just switch, and now Vanderbilt is on Steph Curry. That was really good. I really liked that because that was what was killing the Lakers in game two. And the Warriors try to continue and go at that, and you just saw that just get completely taken away because now you get the switch and Jared Vanderbilt's there. Draymond, he's not like, Vanderbilt can run with Steph, so now he doesn't have to worry about Draymond getting that pass off and Steph getting an easy look, and it basically closed everything off. I'd like to see that continue going forward. And the beauty of Draymond is he's not like this huge threat offensively, right? And you see when they can't get that going, their offense gets really stagnant. And that's what happened in this game, right? If you can kind of stop that Draymond-Steph connection, you're going to win the game. And the Lakers were able to do that with Jared Vanderbilt and his ability to switch and guard not only smaller guys, but also bigger guys. And that just shows you the value of Vanderbilt and his ability to be that Swiss Army knife on the defensive end. I mean, he's huge. And I don't mean like physically. I mean, obviously he is. But I'm talking about just like being able to switch and slow down Steph. And, if Clay starts getting going, you can throw him on Clay. And, I mean, he's valuable going forward in every matchup. If we play Denver, put him on Murray and just slow him down, right? And we have seen if you slow down Murray, Denver struggles, right? Because then everything is on Jokic. And the other guys have to have big games. So having Jared Vanderbilt for that. Also, if we play the Phoenix Suns, right? You can throw him on a Devin Booker or a Kevin Durant and just make things difficult. Again, you're never going to stop these guys, but can you slow them down? Can you keep them pedestrian? And now for the third game in a row, the Lakers have done a good job of slowing down Steph and just making him really have to work. Again, you're never going to stop him. Steph's still getting his 20 points per game, but he's not getting it on like 56% shooting like he was in the Kings series, right? He's really having to work. And so the Lakers having Jared Vanderbilt and his ability to defend and switch and all of that, I really liked our defensive schemes in this game. And everyone was locked in. Everyone was focused. We stopped the blitzing. We stopped the double team. Anthony Davis stopped running out and trying to close out on Steph and stuff. Like, stick to the game plan. Stick to the defense that we know that works. It's worked now 2 games straight. Well, not straight, but you know what I mean. Stick to it. No need to change it. Make minor adjustments here and there according to how the Warriors respond, and you're good. There you go. Like, let's go get this win. Win game 4, the series is likely over. That's all you got to do. And D'Angelo Russell, we don't win this game without him. He was a monster. 21 points, 8 of 13 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, 1 steal, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. He did have 5 turnovers. I'd like him to kind of, try to get that down, but he's done a good job of not turning the ball over. And the Lakers were very beneficiary on D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he kept us in he had our first, 11 points or something like that, 9 points. Like, for real, he hit big timely shots throughout the game. He's the one that kept us in the game when it should have been very likely a blowout, right? Golden State, when they went on that first quarter just surge, and then I kind of continued that in the second quarter. All of a sudden, we look up, we're down 11, and it should have been 20 plus. But D'Lo and his ability to score was just massive. He's been really good on the defensive end. His hustle, his energy, all of that. You got to give him credit there because he's never been like this great or known to be this great defender, although he can defend. His ability to score at all 3 levels is so huge in this series. I said at the end of game 2 that to me it looked like D'Lo figured them out. He just wasn't hitting the shots. Like, D'Lo was getting to his spots easier and easier as that game went on. He just couldn't finish and make those shots, right? But in this game, you saw him get to his spots and everywhere he wanted to get easily, but he was hitting it this time, and especially that 3 ball. And once he gets going, it opens up everything else. It's not a coincidence that the Lakers are undefeated in the playoffs when D'Angelo Russell scores 17 or more. The Lakers don't lose when he does that because he's so valuable to getting everything else going. right? Because now they can't pack Anthony Davis. They have to worry about him. And not just that, but not only can he score, he can go get you, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 assists. So D'Lo's ability to go and drop 20 plus, but also still play make for others makes him very difficult with this Lakers squad. And I mean, even D'Angelo Russell said, hey, like Minnesota didn't use me right. They didn't, and I said that when we traded for him. Like, again, over on my channel, As It Stands Lakers, I talked about D'Lo. I talked about getting D'Lo before we got D'Lo. And then when we got D'Lo and we got into the playoffs, a lot of people were just concerned. And like even here on this channel, when we were doing the live streams, me and Jake, right? Like people would say, oh, D'Lo is, he's not very good in the playoffs, stuff like that. And I was like, most people are holding him to the Minnesota series. But people also forget he basically won them that play-in game. They don't win that play-in game if he didn't take over and basically win that game. And when you watched him, if you actually watched him on that team, he might as well not even have been on the court. He was basically just the other guy rather than one of the guys, if that makes sense. Like that was the difference. Where here on the Lakers, he is one of the guys, and he's thriving. He's really thriving, and he's playing really good basketball right now. His confidence is getting high. He knows this Warriors team very well. He was on the team a couple years ago. He's starting to realize like, oh, these guys can't stop me. And they can't. They can't stop him. I expect him to continue to just have his way with the Warriors team and just get whatever he wants. And the better he is, the better this Lakers team is. But, in general, Anthony Davis, we need him to stop taking nights off, right? He plays the way he played in this game. 2 more games, right? Game 4 and then at worst game 6. If he plays that way, the Lakers win this series, hands down. The Warriors have no answer for Anthony Davis. They can't stop Anthony Davis. They've thrown 100 different looks at Anthony Davis, and he's just torched all of them. But when he's not hitting the shots and he's playing lackluster and he's not engaged and, he's settling rather than, he's playing into the Warriors' hand rather than playing his game, the Warriors can beat you. Anthony Davis has been this game on, game off, game on, game off, game on, game off. We can't have that in this game 4. Lakers have to win game 4. Luckily, Anthony Davis only had to play 33 minutes because it was a blowout. He didn't have to play the fourth quarter. That's huge. He gets some extra rest. Have a day and a half or whatever of rest. And then he'll go into this game, and we need him. I'm not saying he has to go and give us 30 or 40 and 20 or something like that. He doesn't have to give us necessarily game 1 stats, but he needs to be in that like 23 to 27 range, night in and night out. Right? He gives us 23 to 27. He scored 25 in the last game. If he gives us, basically, just give us the production he gave us last night. He didn't take a bunch of shots. He was 7 to 10 from the field, although he did get 12 free throws. So he was 7 to 10 from the field, made 11 of 13 free throws, 11 of 12 free throws, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 blocks, 3 steals. There you go. Perfect. That is dominant, game controlling. Warriors cannot stop you, Anthony Davis, and we're going to win game 4 if he shows up. The Lakers hands down win game 4. Problem is, if the Lakers play game 4 like they did against Memphis, the Lakers are going to lose that game. They should have lost to Memphis, and they managed to pull it out and get the win, which was huge. You play that way against this Warriors team. This Warriors team is going to beat you, and now it's 2-2 heading back to what is it, Chase Center or whatever, right? Like, you can't have that. You can't. Anthony Davis has to show up for multiple games. If he was ever going to play back-to-back games, great. This is the game to do it, right? You go in, you beat the Warriors, you're up 3-1, and now it's just like, do you finish them off in Golden State or do you finish them off in LA? There you go, right? Like, that's beautiful. And that's what needs to happen. And then LeBron, I like how LeBron played last night. A lot of people were concerned with LeBron. He had 0 points in the first quarter, didn't take a shot. People were like, what's going on with LeBron? Why is it? He was letting the game unfold. He was trying to get other guys involved. The numbers and everything, back it up. Go watch tape, go look up the numbers, all that. When LeBron plays with the team as opposed to being the team, the Lakers win those games. How many games this year did LeBron score 30 plus and the Lakers lost? How many times has LeBron gone and just went and got 30 and everyone else is just stagnant and it just becomes a mess? No, when LeBron's playing with the team and playing in that team game, the Lakers have success. LeBron is so good, he's going to show up and get his 20. You don't have to worry about LeBron. LeBron James could go get 20 by him in one quarter if he needs to. He's going to get his 20 points per game. I'm not worried about LeBron getting 20 points per game. He gave us 21, 8, and 8, and he didn't even score in the first quarter. He didn't even play in the fourth. He basically got you 21 points in 2 quarters. Right? So, like, again, I'm not worried about that, and I like that. I'd rather that. I like when LeBron picks and chooses. Right? Let's get D'Lo going. Let's get Reeves going. Let's get AD going. Right? Let's get Rui going. Let's get Schroeder going. Lonnie. Let's get, whoever's on the court. Let's get them going. Yeah, all right, cool. We're good. Here, let me go on a 6-0 run by myself real quick. Boom, there you go. Warriors are starting to come back. Let me go get 2 buckets real quick. Boom, there you go. Now he's got 10 points. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me go. Oh, here's a 3 splash. All right, okay, here's another 3 splash. All right, here, let me get to the basket, foul and 1. Let's get it. Now all of a sudden he's at 19, and you're just like, what just happened? And he did it on 7 shots. Like, the Warriors can't stop him when he puts his head down and gets to the basket. They can't. He was 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, which is good for him from 3. And he didn't take like 10 of them, which was nice. But let's say you remove those 3s, right? Then he basically was 6 of 9, basically missed 3 shots the whole game. Like, it's just, come on. They can't stop this guy. The Memphis couldn't stop this guy. He shot like 56% or something like that off the top of my head from the field. And he shot 18% from 3. That means he was shooting like 80%, 80-something% from the field outside of the 3-point line. Like, look, they cannot stop LeBron. And I don't expect him to put his head down and go and attack every game. And LeBron, his whole game plan for these games is let me conserve energy. And then so that way, if I need to, I can close down the stretch. That's been his game plan, right? We saw that in the Memphis series. We've seen it in this Warriors series. He's picking and choosing his spots and being very careful with how he goes, because he can't be 27-year-old LeBron James for 48 minutes. But I think he could be 27-year-old LeBron James for like a 5-minute stretch to close the game if he has to. So that's the difference. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Were you excited for Game 3? Are you pumped for Game 4? What did you think of the Lakers? How do you feel? Let me know.